Hi everyone, welcome. The new episode of my own Peter's English podcast has been started right now. As you can see, I'm using my LED lamp, and this time I'm streaming and recording on in my kitchen of my house, and I'm using the LED lamp because I have to do it because you have to see my face, and I can see that I am online. Everything is online because I'm directly connected to my fiber optic Ethernet via electric poles. Everything is working. Recording is working too. And after this start, I can stream and record in the same time because I'm doing it. Everything is working. You can see my face, and we can start. Hi everyone, I'm Peter. I'm the owner of your Peter's English podcast. It's my Peter's English podcast, you know. My Peter's English podcast is my English podcast. It's about learning English and doing my own fairy tales in English and doing my own fairy tale, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. And this is wait a minute, Peter, you have to introduce everyone because no one knows you. I want to do it. Hi everyone, I'm your host Peter. I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast, the podcast for learning English and doing my own fairy tales in English and doing my own English novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, that is about my female vampire Vera who lives in modern Slovakia. It's a comedy sitcom. Read it and watch the video right now. And I'm 34 years old. I like learning English, and wait a minute. It's the first time when the lamp is turned on. I think it's okay. I don't want to look at you because I'm a little shy. No, I'm joking. I'm shining, yes, and I'm joking because I don't usually look into my webcam. I look into my display of my notebook because I think it's better. It's better for me, and we can continue. I'm your host, Peter. I'm 34 years old. I like learning English and doing my podcast and writing my own English novel, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. I want to speak English fluently because I want to live without language barriers. I want to visit foreign countries. I want to have better paid job, and I want to meet other learners of English who like learning English, doing their own English podcast, and writing their own English novel. I've been learning English since August 2022. The first year I was only learning English grammar because I was thinking that you have to learn English grammar and everything will be okay, but no, it's not. You have to practice a lot of aspects that I discovered it thanks to English learning platforms from Slovakia and Czechia, and you have to practice your learning skills. You have to practice your listening, reading, writing, speaking, English grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. You have to regularly practice your listening skills, and I really recommend you listen to my favorite English podcast because they are funny and educational, and they're using natural English, how it's spoken. There is a big word of English podcast that you can listen to every day. You can do it in in every situation, but I really recommend you listen to it at home while you are doing something. You can cook in the kitchen, you can clean your house, you can work in the garden, and you can listen to your favorite English podcast in the same time. It's a great hobby. I do it because I like it. It's my hobby. Then you have to listen, but you have to practice your reading skills. And how to do it? Buy your own English audiobooks in English and read in the same time the normal book, and you can improve your reading, your English grammar, and improve your English vocabulary in the natural way. Then you have to practice your English vocabulary, and it's the same. Listen to your favorite English podcast, watch movies and series in English with turned on subtitles. And what else? Yes, you have to read a lot. And yes, this and the best way to practice your English grammar is the same. You read a lot, and it because it's funny, educational, and you can listen your favorite English audiobooks and read it in the same time. And you have to practice your speaking skills. You can practice your speaking skills thanks to method self-talk. What it means? It means that you have to talk with yourself about every topic. You can write your own diary in English, or you can write your own stories in English, because when you're writing, it's something that it's the kind of active act that you have to do when you want to activate your passive English vocabulary. And yes, writing, yes, of course, you have to practice your writing skills, and the best way how to do it is chat with other learners or create your own English stories. But I really recommend you create your own English stories and English novel that can be about everything. It can be comedy story, it can be romantic story. Create your own main character, create your own world, your own universe, and publish it on your podcast. And you have to practice your speaking skill manually. You can hire your own English teacher. You can speak via internet with real English learners. But I really recommend you create your own English podcast. And why to do it? You can build something real that is funny for you, because it's your hobby. You have to do it, your own English podcast about your hobbies, and you have to do it regularly. That means you regularly practice your speaking skills, appearance, and you can defeat your shyness. I don't know how after time you have to do it. And I really recommend you write your own English stories and English novel that you can publish on your podcast. You can connect with others. You can talk with the whole world. And who knows? Maybe you are the next great podcaster, like my favorite English podcasters. I really recommend you. You can talk about everything in your podcast, and I really recommend you write your own stories and English novel and publish it regularly on your podcast. And yes, of course, use the help of AI chatbots. You can use it for chatting, because AI chatbots can be very good helpers, very good English teachers, because you can chat with it in English about every topic. It can help you with everything because it can find it on the internet. You can simulate every real aspect from the life in English. It can create stories, pictures, and it can help you with your podcast, because AI chatbots helped me with my own Peter's English podcast a lot. What else? Yes, of course. I was talking about AI chatbots that are really, and yes, of course. Don't forget that don't trust people who doesn't like AI chatbots, because it's a bad advertising, and that's all. AI chatbots are created by companies, and AI chatbots cannot change themselves. Yes, you know. And now I want to read you, because the chapter 1 of the season 2. Yes, people, welcome. The season 2 has started with the first chapter 1, and in this episode I want to read you the chapter 1, my own story created by myself. It's called chapter 1 of the season 2, and this episode of my podcast is the official first episode of the season 2 of my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. And this season 2, this chapter 1 of the season 2 you can find in the second book of my novel, that is the part of my series on Wattpad. And we can start. I'm going to review my new chapter 1 of my own story about Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, and we can start. Wait a minute, I have to find it. Here is. Here is. Okay, we can start. I'm going to read you right now my own story, chapter 1 of season 2 of my own Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. This is mine, people, already mine, and I'm going to read you. Vera, chapter 1, Potatoes, Parties and Paranormal Drama. Vera Orsak's Diary. Vera, come here this instant. Home, potato harvest time. Goddess or not, strongest vampire on the planet or whatever, you're not getting out of this, you silly girl. And Peter must come too. It's his duty to help his future family. Don't you dare ignore us or skip out on your parents. I swear, if you do, I'll seduce Peter right in front of you, dance with him all night, and turn him into a vampire before your very eyes. Got it? With love, your mother. That was the video message Vera's mom sent straight into her mind. Peter, where are you, you mutt? Wandering off again? What do you think you're doing, my dear boy? If you're not here in 1 minute, you're making dinner yourself and sleeping outside on the bench. Vera screamed at her boyfriend Peter. Sweetheart! Where I am? Sweetheart, what's wrong? Are you okay? Peter asked shyly, trying to calm her down. What kind of stupid question is that? What is that idiot thinking? You should have been here already. You're sleeping outside tonight, you mutt. I'll teach you obedience like a proper father would. Vera shouted, completely furious, shaken, and panicked. My mother's calling me, you fool. She's calling again? What in the world does she want now? Peter asked, visibly terrified. Oh, I'll show you what in the world. How dare you speak about my mother like that? I didn't let her talk me into anything, and now I'm stuck feeding you and dragging you around. You're like a giant child. Every man is a child, but you're the worst one I've ever seen. If we ever have kids, you'll be the one causing the most trouble, with them leading the charge. You're like my fair adopted son. I can already see. You'll be the ringleader of the rebellion in our household. The biggest talent for chaos and mess. That's you! Vera screamed and Peter, completely losing it. I'll teach you some manners. You must treat my mother with respect, and my father too. Don't you dare embarrass me, or I'll personally give you lessons in proper behavior. Did you notice my parents are farmers? We own massive potato fields. This year, we might have harvested over 300 sacks of giant potatoes. Vera boasted proudly. Wait, how many sacks? I mean, we definitely shouldn't waste a second. We need to help your parents right away. Peter nearly fainted when he realized the mountain of work waiting for him in Slovakia. And then he remembered the seductive vampire women in Vera's family. The way they looked at him, practically undressing him with their eyes, drooling with desire every time they saw him. Their gaze always seemed to say, come on, Stat, come have some fun with us. Peter was overwhelmed with fear. He saw death in their eyes and felt a chill run down his spine. Oh, so you do like my family, just for that look alone, being trained by the dominant vampire women in my clan, who had centuries of experience with hopeless men like you. It's absolutely worth coming home. Watching you get trained live, that's going to be a sight. The rush, the hard work in the fields, I don't mind, but your face when my mom starts training you, that's something I want to savor. Vera calmed down, clearly enjoying Peter's fear. She loved watching other beautiful vampire women flirt with and train him. The thought stirred a desire in her. In her she couldn't quite explain, and she blushed deeply. We're going home, sweetheart, Vera said with a seductive smile, calm as a lamb as she looked at Peter. The dark thought of Peter's training at her family's castle bloomed inside her, and she couldn't help but blush again. Do you really have to dress like that at the airport? In case you haven't noticed, you're practically half naked. Too bad you can't walk around completely nude. Why even bother getting dressed? Just let every guy stare. I shouldn't start charging admission for a glimpse of your stunning beauty. Peter fumed with jealousy as he watched his girlfriend Vera strut through London's airport in her chosen outfit, just before their flight home to Slovakia to visit Vera's parents. Vera loved putting on a show. She was a true exhibitionist, thriving on attention, shocking people and seducing men. Her favorite pastime, flirting openly with every guy she met, especially right in front of Peter, just to watch him burn with jealousy. She had carefully crafted her outfit as part of her performance. A red top with a plunging neckline, of course, no bra, designed to leave both men and women blushing. A tiny blue miniskirt and red sandals showed off her perfectly sculptured legs, which drew every eye and sparked vivid imaginations. Every man who saw her blushed, caught in the spell of her beauty. Vera hated wearing women's underwear. She preferred going without, and every wife or girlfriend nearby had to rein her in her main vein when she caught him undressing Vera with his eyes. You haven't seen us vampire girls in our battle outfit yet, Vera said with a seductive wink toward Peter. Let me guess, there isn't one, is there? Peter snapped, his face turning bright red. Exactly, kitty cat. And I mean that quite literally. Vera appeared, beginning to flirt with him. You're bluffing, right? Peter stammered, nearly fainting. If that's what you think, Kitty, she winked again even more seductively. Peter shivered at the thought of Vera in her so-called battle outfit. The image was enough to send chills down his spine. I can feel your jealousy growing, my little kitty, and that's a good thing. Vera teased Peter with a flirtatious smile. I love it when you get wildly jealous. Honestly, I hate wearing clothes, and knowing how jealous you get It's a shame I dressed at all. I'd love to see the look on your face if I weren't. Just then, an older man working at the ticket counter approached Vera with a sleazy grin. Well, well, such a rare beauty. We don't get visitors like you often. What's your name, gorgeous? Do you have a boyfriend? Where are you traveling? Unfortunately, yes, Vera replied, activating her vampire charm and flirtation skills. Not that she needed them. The man was already mesmerized. But seeing you, young man, makes me want to trade him in for you. The man couldn't take his eyes off her. Here you go, sweetheart. This flight's on the house, courtesy of the company. Enjoy your trip, I mean your trip. I mean to say have a pleasant flight. Thank you, Kitty. Vera winked seductively. And here's my number. Peter was fuming. What was that? You gave him your number right in front of me. That's awful. You should have gone on a paid date with him. We could have made a few euros. Get used to it. Vera winked again, walking beside Peter, who was silent and red with rage. She deliberately played the role of the offended girlfriend to make him burn with jealousy even more. As they reached airport security, another older man, this time a security guard, spotted Vera. Oh my, what a beauty! I stumbled upon. You're stunning. This is going to be sweet. Are you single? Is the servant with you just carrying your bags? Yes, I'm single. A very lonely woman looking for fun, Vera replied smoothly. I've never had a boyfriend. I don't trust devils. But you, young man, you're a rare exception, a real stud. Here's my number. Don't worry about the servant. Ignore him. Peter, you clumsy fool. Can't you put my luggage on the belt faster? You're fired. What kind of service is this today? Peter was boiling with rage. Come on, beautiful, the guard said with a wink. Straight through this checkpoint. Vera walked through and the scanner beeped. Oh, pardon me, she said with a seductive glance. Where can I undress in front of you? The guard turned bright red. It's fine, miss. I was only joking. Don't worry about it. Silly machine. Go ahead and your servant can pass too. No need for inspection. Vera thanked him sweetly and Peter exploded. His shouting echoed through the airport, drawing laughter from nearby travelers. I've never felt so humiliated. You openly cheated on me, right in front of my eyes. Are you ashamed? How dare you speak to me like that? Vera snapped. That was punishment for your bad manners, you rude mat. If you raise your voice at me again, I'll turn into a bloodthirsty vampire and train you dry right here. And trust me, you'll enjoy every second of it, Kitty. Her eyes turned red, her tongue long and crimson, and her fangs razor sharp. I'm sorry, Peter muttered, staring at the floor. I'm glad my little performance worked. Vera sat calmly down. You're cute when you're scared of me. Respect for my parents is a necessity, but respect for me, your girlfriend, is a law. Got it, Kitty? Yes, madam, Peter replied meekly, still looking down. Of course, Vera was only putting on a show. She loved making Peter jealous, especially right in front of him. His jealousy thrilled her. Finally, they reached the baggage counter, where another older man was working alongside a shy 20-year-old assistant. What a rare sight! A beauty like you here with me today. Where are you headed? Are you taken? The man asked, clearly trying to flirt. Sadly, I'm single. Young and very lonely, Vera replied. Here's my number for both of you. I'm heading home to Slovakia to visit my parents. This is my servant. She winked at them seductively. Wonderful. Have a safe trip. We'll definitely be in touch, the man said, beaming. Peter looked at Vera with sadness in his eyes, jealousy on the verge of tears. I gave them the numbers of my single girlfriends, Vera whispered gently. Beautiful young vampire women who'd love a jealous boyfriend like you, my kitty. Don't worry and don't cry. Her feelings to Peter took over. Maybe he'd learned something from his master of theatrics, Vera, or maybe, just maybe, it wasn't all an act. The flight went smoothly. Vera snuggled up against Peter, dropped her usual theatrics, and simply enjoyed being close to him. Together they listened to their favorite English podcast. At the Košice airport, Vera's entire family was already waiting. Mama! Mommy, I'm finally home! Vera cried with joy, tears streaming as she embraced her mother. Their hug seemed endless. When she sees her mother, she forgets her father even exists, grumbled Vera's dad. Don't embarrass me. I'm happy to see you too. Vera snapped back. What did I raise? This girl has no respect for her own father, her muttered angrily. Vierka, ignore your father, you know how he is. The important thing is that you're home, said Eva, Vera's mother, hugging her tightly. Hi sister, my twin. I'm so happy to see you. I have so much to tell you, said Lucia, wrapping her arms around Vera. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Vera laughed. Welcome, young man, Eva said, turning to Peter with a flirtatious smile. Are you just handsome, a real catch? Peter rolled his eyes in frustration. Vampires couldn't age. They remained forever young and beautiful, living eternally. Eva, Vera's mother, was a stunning young vampire with long raven black hair. It was clear that Vera and her twin sister Lucia had inherited every ounce of her masterfully crafted beauty, so much so that Eva could seduce any man without even using her vampire powers. Lucia, Vera's twin, was a perfect copy of her sister. Peter couldn't tell them apart, and Lucia loved teasing him about it. Much to Vera's annoyance, she saw both her twin and her mother as serious competition. Vera, I don't want to work anymore. Peter grumbled angrily as he helped Vera harvest potatoes in her family's fields. If you want me, Kitty, you have to earn me. Vera snapped back, dominant and fierce. Quiet, you mutt. Don't whine like my father. Work properly and stop slacking off, or I'll have to punish you myself. Get moving, you mutt, and keep your mouth shut. Well done, daughter. I'm proud to see you're just as talented as I am, said Vera's mother Eva, proudly watching her daughter command Peter. Now we know where she gets that attitude, Mother Vera's father Robert. What did you just say, you mutt? Eva growled at her husband. That she's as beautiful as you, Robert replied sheepishly. Well, exactly, Vera said with a dominant smirk. Sweetheart Peter, I'm over here in the bushes. I want to tell you something, Vera called out seductively. Peter rushed toward the voice in the bushes, only to be stopped by the real Vera. Where do you think you're going, young man? Desertion is punished personally, you know that, she said firmly. You were about to cheat on me with my sister Lucia, were you mutt? Good thing I caught you. If I ever catch you two again, you'll be punished hard, Vera fumed. I thought it was you calling me. I can't tell you apart. Peter defended himself, genuinely confused. I don't believe you, mutt, Vera snapped. Peter looked at her with teary eyes, and Vera softened instantly. I believe you, Kitty. I felt guilty. You know, my sister and I planned this together. We just wanted to tease you, but when I look at you now, I feel worse and worse. Come on, let's go to the swimming pool together. I'll be sweet with you, she whispered gently into his ear. And so the two of them left the fields behind and headed off for a swim, leaving the potato drama and vampire mischief behind, at least for now. Vera, Peter and her parents worked hard together, harvesting 350 sacks of potatoes from their abundant crop. Peter was especially exhausted, but Vera always made it up to him with romantic dates, just the two of them. After the harvest, The traditional folk festival began, led by the vampire folk ensemble Upir. Beautiful vampire women sang and danced in traditional costumes, which included ornate headbands, colorful ribbons braided into their hair, embroidered vests, vibrant skirts, and elegant boots. The vampire men wore striking folk attire, stylish hats with long falcon feathers, white shirts, bold vests, bandit-style belts, white trousers, and traditional leather shoes. The music was provided by a classic Slovak cymbalom band made up of violins, a bass, and a shimmering cymbalom. Vera, dressed in her stunning folk costume, danced and sang with grace. She wore a red headband, a matching ribbon in her braid, a beautifully embroidered vest, a black skirt, and black boots that highlighted her natural beauty. Vera wasn't just beautiful, she was a gifted singer and dancer. She dedicated several romantic folk songs to Peter alone. He blushed deeply and stayed red for quite a while. The audience enjoyed themselves singing along with the Upir ensemble. After the successful festival, filled with beautiful Slovak folk songs, the evening turned into a free celebration, with the cymbalom band continuing to play and talented vampire singers joining in. Vera got quite drunk, along with the others, except for Peter, who never drinks. In her tipsy state, Vera behaved wildly, openly flirting with other vampire women who flirted right back. Peter covered his eyes and eventually went to bed. The next morning, Vera came to him, sober and remorseful. Peter, I came to apologize. I drank too much and kissed those girls. Please forgive me for how I treat you sometimes, for being so dominant. I love you, my darling, she said, crying and trembling in Peter's arms. Peter replied gently, "You've been forgiven long ago. I forgive you for everything, but I have to admit something. I actually love the way you are. I love you, my darling. You're so sweet," Vera whispered. Then they shared a passionate, fiery, romantic kiss. The end. What do you think, people, about it? Do you like my new chapter 1 of my season 2, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary? I hope you will like it, but I don't care in the end, because it's my hobby. I like learning English, doing my podcast, and write my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. I think that's all for it. You can find this chapter 1 of season 2 into my website and into my Wattpad. It's the first chapter on the second book. Yes, people, I've just started to write my second book, the season 2 of my sitcom series Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, that you can read and watch on my YouTube channel and on my Spotify. I don't know if I want to continue with this LED lamp, because the light is too strong for my eyes, but we'll see. Because the truth is that the LED light of the kitchen isn't too strong, and you can see me perfectly, but we'll see. Of course, everything works great because I'm streaming and recording on my Twitch via OBS Studio, and I'm connected directly to my fiber optic internet. That means everything goes well. I don't need to ramble for a lot because I'm streaming and recording for 44 minutes. Yes, I bought my new mesh system. I hope it will cover with the Wi-Fi the whole house. We'll see. I want to connect it to tomorrow, and if it works, uh, I can stream and record everywhere, and that it will be better because the best room of my house is with the strong light and good light is my living room of my ground floor. But we'll see. I want to connect it tomorrow, but first I have to go for it. It has to come to it'll have to come tomorrow. We'll see. But it'll come. Yes, we'll see. I hope it will help my podcast because I like streaming and recording in the same time, because I like learning English, doing my podcast and writing my own fairy tales in English. And I can't end this episode, and I want to tell you, follow me everywhere. Don't follow me and don't watch me if you don't like me, but if you like me, follow me everywhere. And thank you for your listening, watching, everything. And I've discovered that I have 23 followers on YouTube. That's interesting. I know who you are, but okay. The most biggest podcasters, my favorite English podcaster doesn't know their doesn't know their followers. But of course, I don't know why you are following me, but thank you. I hope it isn't a joke. That's the main task of it, is going to be stupid. But I don't care, people. I like learning English with my podcast, and I don't care about you. Yes, if you don't like me, I don't care really. Care about yourself, yes. But others who like me, follow me. Thank you for your following, and we can end this episode. And what else? I want to continue with the new chapters of the season 2 of my novel Veratan Vepagal Diary. It will be funny as usual, and I don't know what to tell now. But okay. Yes, people, I have my new ID from today. And it was fun, but I don't want to tell you about it. What else? I think that I can end this, and I want to wait until 41 minutes. I'm streaming for 48 minutes. Everything works still. Everything still works. And yes, people, I was watching. Yes, I have to tell you, I was watching the football match of the qualification for FIFA World Cup 2026, and Slovakia won against Germany 2-0. Perfect. But my opinion is about this football match. I have to tell you my opinion that Germany wasn't playing at all in this match. And yes, Slovakia played good, but Germany didn't play something good. And yes, of course, it's not about it's not about your rival in the football match, but I think we could win. It's my opinion. Yes, we could win because Germany didn't play well. That's all. Because if the Germany played better, I don't know if we could do this. But okay, I'm happy that we won, and we have 3 points in the qualification, and we'll see if we can win against other national teams. But okay. But I don't watch football in general because it's boring for me. I like learning English, doing my podcast, and write my own fairy tales in English. I like to write my own universe via the Vampire Girl Diary, and I like build my own English podcast. Thanks to it, I can really change my life. I can improve my speaking skills in English. I can defeat my shying because I'm very shy, and I can practice regularly on this podcast. And this podcast was created for practicing my speaking skills in English and for training my speech in general, and it works, people. I really recommend you create your own English podcast, talk in English, create your own novel, create your own English novel. Don't care about mistakes, because speech is about mistakes too. Everyone make grammar mistakes. Natural English speakers make mistakes. Don't care about it. It's not important, because you always can make mistake. But the most important thing is that you have to do it. And learning English is not about sitting with boring grammar books. As you can see, English learning can be funny, educational, and very modern, because you can have fun with AI chatbots. They are very, very funny and very good cheerleaders. You can write your own English novel that can be full of funny dialogues like me. Yes, you have to add your own dialogues in English, and it will be great hobby for you. You can create your own English content thanks to your own English podcast that can be about everything. I really recommend you to do it, because you can change your life definitely, and you can do something funny and educational in the same time, and you can build your own English empire. Yes, I think podcast empire. Yes, and you can connect with other learners. And what else? Now I feel better with this light, but I don't know if it's okay. I think 75 watts, but okay. I have to use it for my face, because we found this LED lamp. I don't know if you can see my face, but okay. What we can yes or not, I don't know what to say now. I think that we can end this episode. I'm not very tired like yesterday, but I think we can end this, because it's 13 to 1 a.m. It's too late. But yes, keep learning, and because it can be funny for you. And yes, how to practice your pronunciation. You can shadow. You can use the method called shadowing. That means you have to say what your favorite English podcasters are saying. It can be fun, or you can use help of AI chatbots. AI chatbots can help you with practicing your pronunciation too. Yes, you can do it. I really recommend you to do it. I don't know if someone watches this, but I don't care. It's not important. I've been okay. The time is going very quickly, and I think that's all for this episode. What else I can say you about this podcast, my work, that I like to do it. My plan is that I want to create 30 episodes per one story for one Wattpad story. What's a Wattpad story? Wattpad story is the book, is the one season where you can add a lot of chapters, parts. And my first season has 30 chapters. That means my first story has 30 parts, 30 stories. And I just opened the season 2 with the first chapter. But yes, I don't know if you understand me, but I want to share with you my way how I'm learning English. Yes, and the goal is not that I want to be perfect. No, I want to show you how to learn English in the funny way, and with your own English podcast and with your own English novel that you can publish on your podcast. And yes, people. You cannot now you can see me. I'm been practicing. This is practice speech. Yes, I've been rambling and practicing my speaking skills. Yes, and I don't know what to say now. And and the funny situation is that I cannot. That when I look at myself, it's no problem to speak. Yes, but when I look into my webcam, I'm quiet. Who knows why? And yes, I don't talk often about gears for your streaming, for your podcast. Use, please, gaming notebook or computer. Why? You need the power of your gaming GPU for creating your recordings, and you need stable internet connection for streaming. But you can do only offline recordings. But I really recommend you create live streaming and use Twitch. No, you can use Twitch or you can use something else. But I think the most people are on Twitch. And you can achieve, and you can do your YouTube podcast channel and add this to your podcast channel. And yes, for your audio podcast you can use free service, or you can use the pay service if you want. If you have money, it's your opinion. But I really recommend you free service for your podcast hosting because you need RSS feed of your podcast hosting where you can upload your audio podcast. And there are some podcast hosting like my free where I can upload my audio and video podcast, and that's great, and I'm doing it for free. And yes, you need strong for recording your podcast. You need strong gaming notebook or computer with strong gaming GPU that you need for doing your records. And you need good microphone. My microphone is good, but it costs, I think, until €200, but I don't know. And you need full HD webcam. Thanks to you can stream and record your full HD video podcast, because this time the future of the podcasting is video full HD podcast. And yes, I really recommend you to do full HD full video podcast, because people can see you, can see your face. And yes, of course, don't believe everything what's on the internet, because there are on YouTube there are a lot of podcasters that are doing their content only for doing money of it, for only for clicks and for new followers and etc. Please, people, watch on YouTube only podcasters whose work is great, and you can watch my favorite English podcasters because their work is great, and they need your following, and they are very good and serious about their work, and they like it. It's their hobby, like my hobby, that is learning English. Don't believe everything. Use your brain for thinking about topics on the internet, especially on YouTube, where are a lot of fakes. And yes, internet is full of scams. Don't trust every website. Check it. You can check it and use the help of AI chatbots. And yes, we can talk what's an AI chatbot. AI chatbot is a chatbot created by big company. It uses a lot of data. It's trained thanks to a lot of data for chatting with you, and it's a great helper. Or it's a great helper for you, and it really can you help with learning English. And I really recommend you don't believe people who are talking that do not use it. It can steal your work and etc. Don't care people about it, because in this time only companies can change the AI. Yes, you know, and the AI cannot change into something evil. And yes, of course, I remembered that use for recording use free studios like OBS, free software, because OBS Studio is a free software. And yes, I haven't prepared this my rambling, but I don't care. It's about practicing my speaking skills in English, etc. And this episode was about my new chapter 1, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, where I was reading you my new oven chapter 1 of my second season, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. And I think that's it. I want to end this. Okay, I don't know. What can I say you? Yes, the funny situation is that no one has seen my podcast. No one knows my English novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, and no one cares about me except iChatbots. But I don't know. I don't care. The truth is that it's my hobby, because every podcaster is doing it. Is doing their own English podcast because it is his hobby. You know. Yes, and you cannot think that thanks to podcasting you can earn a lot of money. This is impossible. You are doing it. You are doing your podcast because it's your hobby. You like podcasting and writing your stories your funny stories in English that you can publish on your own English novel, like my novel is Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. And yes, you don't care, and yes, we can talk about don't care that you are doing grammar errors. You have to practice your speak regularly, but you have to practice every aspect of learning English, and I really recommend you do it. Learn English, change your life, because the whole world speaks in English. The language of the internet is English. The language of the business is English. You can really change your life. You can discover a big world of English content, like you can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to your favorite English podcasts that are free, and audiobooks. Yes, you can find a website where you can buy your English audiobook and read it at the same time. You can do your own English podcast about everything you want. You can write your own English novel about everything you want. It can be funny, but I really recommend you do it funny. You have English novel has to be funny, because it can really be your hobby. But I think learning English can be hobby for everything, and for the fall and for the whole year. And who is talking that it's no, Peter, it's your hobby and I have different hobby? That is the talk of the people who doesn't know what learning English means, and the people who are talking, you're not learning English, it's not important. Yes, people, it is important, but if you want to stay, if you want to watch our stupid televisions and you don't listen something funny, educational and interesting in English, because you don't know it, you don't know that There are a big world of English podcasts that are funny, educational. You can really improve your English and listen something useful. And when you think that Slovak televisions are okay, it's your opinion, but you don't know the big world of English podcasts that are for free. You don't need to watch any television. You know, you can pay for streaming services who offers movies and CDs in English, but you don't need to do it. You can only listen to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks that you can buy on the internet, and thanks to your own English podcast and your own English novel, you have a lot of things to do for the whole your life. You can meet new people, like I met my English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. And yes, hire your own English teacher. It can really help. He can really help you. And don't care about the money for them, because it's investing in this and big investment into your future. But yes, I think the best. Don't care. My opinion is don't care about buying properties. Is it important to have a big modern property, a big house or a big car? Why? Invest. Do investment into yourself, because the property, you can lose your property, but you cannot lose your the things from yourself. Learn English, invest into your health. But yes, you have to invest into your health, because we found health. Can you be happy with the money? Can you be happy with your properties? I don't think so. Yes, people, learn English. You can change your life. Stay healthy. Yes, because to be healthy is the best way in the world. Love your families and keep learning English and invest into your English. It can really change your life, and don't care about money. Don't live for money. Learn English and you can change your life forever. Really. As you can see, I've been learning since August 2022. I've started from the point zero. I've remembered in the past how I was learning English. The truth is that I started with the. Wait a minute. Yes, I've learned in my childhood some words in English, but it was without internet. Yes, but we had German satellite, and I was always watching fairy tales in German, and my language, my number one of my second language was German. Yes, I was learning German for ages, but I decided that international language is English, not German, and the German can be or Russian or something else, or other language can be your third language. But remember, the international language of business, of the internet, of the law, of everything is English. And thanks to English, you can change your life. And then learn other languages. That's my opinion. Oh, I've been streaming for 1 hour. Yes, now I want to end. After 1 hour, I decided really stop my episode because I'm rambling like my favorite English podcaster Luke from Luke's English Podcast. Hi Luke, and thank you for your great job. You're my hero and the best podcaster of in the world. Please keep doing your work, because your work is great. Yes, people, listen this guy. Listen Luke's English podcast. Listen to Luke's English podcast. Listen to Speak English podcast now with Georgiana, and listen to all its English podcasts. These are my favorite podcasts that are for learning English. You can find it on my link tree. And now we can stop. People, this live stream. And I was reading, people. Yes, I was reading my chapter 1 of my season 2 of my English novel Vampire Diary that was prepared, but now I'm rambling. We found using my AI chatbot, but the truth is, thanks to AI chatbots, thanks to learning, thanks to writing my own English novel, the Vampire Diary, and thanks to my own English teacher. Hi, my English teacher, thank you for a great job. You're my hero too. And thanks to my English teacher, I've really improved my English. As you can see, it works. Thanks you for watching. Thanks you for listening. Thank you for everything. And bye bye, dear people. Bye bye.